We have been learning how to fully embrace the chaos of motherhood over here, and I feel like I am learning so much and also just learning so much about myself and how to just calm and regulate my nervous system. I have two under two. I have one that was just born in January and one that will be 2 in May. And oftentimes I'm trying to find time where I can be by myself to record. And today I decided, why don't I just share my raw and authentic self and experience and also just do it in the moment. So I have been spending the entire morning with my girls. Obviously, as you can hear, they're both with me. I have one eating and I have one who is playing with her kitchen set. And yeah, we've just had so much fun this morning, and I've been learning a lot about myself, and it's been really beautiful to resist what I want to do and embrace the chaos and the messiness and the rawness of the present moment. And so I'm the type of person who, I have OCD, so my whole life I've had, my planners, my daily checklist, and I really am methodical about what I do to start my days. And ever since having my second baby, I have completely gone against that. It feels almost like I'm swimming upstream in my brain. It just feels kind of chaotic, and I'm learning how to fall deeper in love with it. And so usually my mornings would look like I wake up, I make my bed, we have breakfast, I do all of the dishes, I clean the house, I get myself ready, the girls ready, and then I can sit down and finally enjoy my coffee and journal or do what I'm gonna do. And, recently I decided, why don't I just wake up and have my coffee and not do the whole to-do list? Why don't I just start embracing that and play with my daughter or journal with my coffee, and then I can clean the dishes, and then I can make the bed, and then we can get ready and go do something. And I've taken that even a step further over the past few days. Rather waking up and having my morning coffee, I've been waking up and having my ceremonial cacao, and this is a practice that and a drink that I have really, really loved over the past few years. And during my pregnancies, I actually can't drink any coffee or cacao. So I felt called to it again. And it's been really beautiful to wake up in the morning and to just sit, have my ceremonial cacao and have it with my girls. And it feels like I'm just having a ceremony with them. Today we were dancing, and we were obviously dancing in front of the 2-year-old. And I felt myself teaching my daughter how to just be her raw, authentic self, to dance, to shake her hips, watching me do it. And then also I started, groaning and making noises and moving somatically. And I was doing this thing, I was like hissing, obviously louder than that. And it felt like I was just, letting out these emotions that needed to come through. And I looked over and I saw my daughter, and I was able to explain to her what I was doing. And I could tell like there was something moving through her head where she was kind of understanding, probably not fully understanding, also thought it was funny and started going back at me. And it just felt so beautiful. And then I had oracle cards. And so, in the past, I probably would have been like, you go over here and do this, and I'm gonna do this over here. And recently, instead of that, I've really let my toddler melt into whatever I am doing. And I've noticed that rather resisting it and welcoming it, she actually has so much fun with me, and then she'll by herself go over and find something else to do. Whereas it used to be me resisting her, and then she'd want it so badly, and then she'd be angry or sad or, maybe throw a tantrum, and it just wouldn't feel good, like for both of us. And now I just feel like this morning I really got to drop into my womb space and into my feminine with the cacao. Me and my daughter went outside, we blessed it with my favorite tree in the yard. And at the same time that I went to give the tree a kiss, she did as well. And so, I guess my point of this all isn't saying this is how you should have your mornings. Like you should wake up and have cacao and be in your feminine and do this or do that, because that might not resonate with you. But what's something that you can do with your family or with yourself as a mom or just as an individual in the mornings that might go against what you feel you need to do, and it's more what your authentic self is craving? Because then after we danced, I had some Palo Santo and lavender, and we put it through the house, and I just am watching my girls watch me embody this this part of myself that I love and that I crave. And I think it is just so, so needed in the world. My daughter right now has my lip gloss and she is painting it everywhere. So Indigo, I think we're gonna take a break from that, yeah? Can you play with your little toys over here? Thank you, baby girl. It's just like one of these ones, so it's just like, and I feel like I used to, whenever I would take videos, no, I'm all set. I'm all set. Whenever I used to take videos, you know, I'd maybe put on a show for her. Most days her dad would take her and I'm like, how can I, you know, she hasn't had any screen time today. And I think that that is also because of the way that I've switched our morning routines is she's so involved and my house is a mess right now. Like if I had seen this vision 6 months ago, I probably would be like, what has happened? You know, like why is it chaos? And it's like, you know, noontime or something. And now I'm just like, it is so messy in here. My kitchen's a mess and I'm just fully embracing this part of it and just being like, you know what, I'm gonna clean it. It's gonna get cleaned today. Might not get cleaned at 8 a.m. like it used to in the past, but it will get clean. My chapstick has fingerprints in it now. It's been scooped out of. We might need to buy a chapstick sooner than I would have. But like that is just the beauty of parenthood, of being parents, and I absolutely love it and I wouldn't change it for the world. But I also do have passions. I do have things I want to share and I want to create. And you know, now that I'm 2 months postpartum, that part of me, I feel it like igniting. And so I'm just learning, how can I embrace my authentic self, still do the things that I love while being a stay-at-home mom? And that is essentially what this video is about, I guess, is that you kind of have to swim upstream, you kind of have to try things new. And I've learned that my morning routine is everything. Waking up, having my cacao, dancing, moving my body, then planning my day, then cleaning the house. And I feel like not only is it so good for me, but it's also really good for my daughters because one, they're learning about somatics. They're watching me dance. They're watching me move my emotions. They're watching me plan my day and not feel super, super stressed. Like I feel when I open up the day in that way, it's so much healthier for all of us and we all feel so good. And so, yeah, I even feel like as I'm sharing this, I'm like, this feels like chaos. It feels like a chaotic video. Like, will anyone even be able to relate to this or enjoy it? But I really do want to share. And when this morning, when I was in the ceremony, we had the oracle cards. So, you know, they were kind of scattered everywhere. I didn't even think I was filming today. There was a part of me that was like, oh, you know, I'll film later when Daniel gets home. He can take the girls, because when I'm doing a longer video, that's usually just like the reality of the way that it is. But I was walking and I saw a card on the ground because we had the oracle cards out and Indigo must have brought this one somewhere, and it's fire, and it says confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. And right before I saw this card, I was like, maybe I should just try to record a video, like for the heck of it, and see what happens. And it's such a beautiful card. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, so that is why I wanted to share today. It kind of feels like it was a little all over the place. Kind of like when you send a voice memo to your friends. I think I've said that before, but when you send a voice memo to your friends and you're like, did this make any sense? But that's motherhood. And we're just learning to embrace all of it. And who knows, maybe this will be my new thing, is I am taking videos with the girls. I have Indy digging into my chapstick, this one feeding, and I am fully sweating. But also it's the reality of what, if you're a mom out there, if you're a dad, you know exactly what I'm talking about.